Hi, everyone. Hello, everyone. My name is Elena Marco. I'm the head of the Department for Architecture and the Built Environment. And I'm welcoming you to our Architecture, Product Design, and Built Environment programs today. Of course, we've got induction today. We start induction. We bring you back online, blended. We've got a mix of things happening. And of course, there has to be a power cut in Bristol today, which has completely gone wire. So some of you may have had difficulties to kind of find your timetables. Please go easy. We will be recording this. And as a consequence of that, you will be able to see it, which is what happens and what sends everyone here at UWE in a total panic mode. So I'm going to give a few minutes before I start the presentation, just to give time to those ones that they might not have been able to find the link, to give you a bit of time to kind of log in. We are trying to send you all the emails through the different medias. Chill, breathe, and welcome. And I think I have to say welcome to architecture, architecture and planning, architecture, environmental engineering, architecture, technology and design, interior architecture, product design technology, construction project management, building surveying, quantity surveying and commercial management, real estate and property development planning, and building services engineering. So welcome. So for me, in a way, this is a really weird day because after a year of, that was my room, that was my office where I was spending all my time there. It is a pleasure to have you back. And I know you are going to kind of slowly come back to campus, and we are trying to kind of do it slowly to make sure, you know, we are able to have a real face-to-face experience with all of you. And I have got a fantastic, I also kind of, if you think about it, I'm in our blog, which is going to be one of the areas that you will be seeing very closely, where you will have your cafe downstairs. So I am live, I am here. And, you know, in the next few days, as you kind of get acclimatized and you start kind of getting to know Bristol, it will be lovely to just go and see what you are going to be studying in your next few years. But one of the things I'm really proud of is I have got a fantastic collaborative and agile team of staff that expands around 34 countries from all kind of ethnicities. And it is a pleasure to welcome also a very diverse set of students into our Department of Architecture and Built Environment. And for us, the most important as well is being resilient. So some of you may have come to our open days, other of you might not have. But one of the things we are very proud here at UWE is that our programs are part of the wider suite, not just of architecture, but also built environment programs and product design. So brings a kind of the complete range of disciplines that they are part of a design, architectural and built environment suite. And it is one of the few in the country where they are all together, and you will end up working with each other as you go through the years. So as you can see, there is a kind of a vast suite of undergraduate programs where you are here today, but also, and you can see there is a mode. So we've got part-time, we've got apprenticeships, we've got full-time. We've also got dual degrees that they have kind of different professions accrediting them, and that is really important for all of us. And we also have, of course, a really good set of postgraduate programs that I'm going to see the induction in a few minutes later, but some people that want to continue their studies once they know what kind of their expertise is, to make sure they have got a master's programs that furthers their education. In the department as well, what we have is got a really good research profile. And we have got two centers, the Center for Architecture and the Built Environment and the Center for Sustainable Planning Environments Research, which are also under the umbrella of the WHO Collaborative Center for Healthy and Urban Environments. And we have got really good research that kind of embeds from hardcore IA, artificial intelligence, and kind of, you know, modern methods of constructions, research into materials like bamboo, to having just kind of drawing and much more centered design from our product designers. And that range and breadth of research specializations also will come across when you all have to do your projects or dissertations in your final years, which will be really important. So I think you would agree with me that it has been hard. It has been very, very hard. You probably, kind of some of you in kind of your studies, whatever is the route that you've come through to be here today, you didn't expect the last 18 months. You didn't know it would be like that. And I was trying just to think through, and I was just thinking, you know, when they told us the lockdown is going to be okay, you thought, oh, okay, you know, I can just save money, be with my family. And I remember myself, I've got a 12-year-old and my husband, and I thought it's going to be fantastic at home. But 1 month later, I was just wishing to be able to kind of be back, see friends, family, being able to go out, and being able as well to engage on the social activities and the social aspects that we were completely missing. And in a way, it's, you know, whatever happens, let's hope that we don't have to go back to 2020. And for me, it's really important that in a way, we bring you back slowly, safely, to make sure, you know, you don't get ill, we don't get ill, and we continue having a really good experience for yourself, but also an experience that it is meaningful to all of you. There is some things that we also have learned from COVID, which have been really important and they have been really good. And we don't want to lose those ones, to make sure you are kind of really kind of benefited from the good things that we never thought that we could do. And finally, we were able to do it. And in a way, let's hope that, I don't know if you know the iconic picture of the Beatles crossing the, but let's hope that, you know, keep safe. Let's keep I would suggest, please be kind to those lecturers that might be in a much more vulnerable situation, and be kind to those of your colleagues that might also be in a very kind situation. If we kind of get the etiquette right and we support each other, we will have all a better experience. And we have to remember that one of the things of the learnings I had from last week is that every single one of you had a very personal journey and a very personal situation that in a way, sometimes it was very difficult to get completely right for yourselves. And it kind of realizes the array of situations you went through, and you know how some people did thrive in lockdown, but other people really suffered during lockdown. And it's just finding that sweet spot of that balance, that everybody feels safe, everybody feels supporting each other, but we bring back that social aspect of university life that will benefit for all of you going forward. And also the camaraderie and being able to see each other's works and chatting to each other and feeling like you are not part of an isolated bubble, I think is very important for us. And please have a look at some of our good practices. We have got a journal of architecture and the built environment in the department, and have a look at them, because we tend to kind of put articles from all our students across the different programs. And you know, it's like the idea of the life in the department, and you will be able to participate and get some of your experiences recorded, and it's run by students with some help from our staff. And one of the things that happens in the journal was we recorded some of the experiences of the class of 2020, when, you know, you kind of suddenly go from, you know, having the life of the department, being able to be part of your practices, being socially engaged, to just being in your rooms, and that isolation and what it meant from some of you, and the, you know, the amount of improvisation, adaptation, and resilience that you had to overcome was quite notable. We continue to be focused really much on helping you out to get the right employability skills, and you will see that we do that really, really strongly across everything that we do in the programs. And I am really proud when our students are, you know, 97 of you until now, and hopefully will continue, you have got a job 6 months after finishing here, and that is really important for yourself. But to do that, what we also focus is on diversity and climate change. You are going to go to an industry, regardless if it's in architecture, built environment, or product design, that it needs to be much more diverse. And diversity will kind of bring a different set of perspectives in what we do. Also, we need to consider the climate change emergency. So that will be two things that I, as head of department, will be banking on about it. And I am very proud to have a very diverse set of staff that will help us with kind of that diversity and looking at things from different perspectives to ensure you have got the best possible experience. All of you as well have been invited to the zero carbon course that we do for the induction to make sure from day one you have got the climate change skills that they are absolutely crying for in industry, and we do that in day one. And you will have received an email from Patrick O'Flynn asking you to kind of engage on the activities at the end of this week, isn't it, Andy? And that is really important for yourself. So we have seen that the people who has done the zero carbon course become much more aware of the things that they need to do that, and it allows you to kind of have a really strong grounding that will be really important for the beginning of what is going to be your professional education. So we are engaged. We will engage you. We are kind of crazy bunch. I have got a really dynamic set of staff. Please follow us in Twitter. We just kind of try to kind of really be proud of everything we do. And one of the things we do is being very much engaged with the professions. We have got a huge amount of professional bodies that we interact with, we work with in order to give you a range of opportunities that will come just from kind of, from all of them. And you will end up being chartered or we will be engaged with them in the long run. We have got mentorships, sandwich years for you doing placement. We've got internships during the summer, fellowships where you are allowed to kind of go to other countries to kind of do a fellowship for a month, working on a specific project. And different courses have got different flavors of what they can be done. We also put a lot of emphasis in giving industry skills, not just, for example, like the zero carbon I was talking about, but specific programs will have specific requirements in relation to the IT or the programs that you will be using in industry that we will be providing for yourselves. And we are engaged with the city, and I believe Danny has sent a little kind of this year an app that you will be able to follow around the city, because you need to get to know the city. It's a fantastic city. It's a thriving city, which has got a lot to offer for everyone that is here listening today. So make sure you engage. This is, when COVID didn't exist in a way, we invaded the city with the t-shirts from the department, just trying to showcase that you are engaging with the city and you are visible within the city. And we engage with practitioners. We've got the top roof for JAL, for our real estate, or property development and planning students that we could have drinks in, and we have done events that we do in the city with the Architecture Centre or Design West and with other partners. There is Open Doors Bristol, and there is a number of activities that you will be able to get engaged from the point of view of enhancing that range of networks that you will need to do with your professions. And, yes, it's the best place to live. Bristol, it has had, a lot of prices in relation to that. And hopefully the cultural, I'm going to say going out scene is going to be something that you will hopefully enjoy. But we are also, from the point of view of climate change, engaged with global challenges. And we will get you to kind of do field trips that sometimes is just weird, like going to, see a plant room full of boilers and understanding the impact that had. For example, those ones in the screen are the South Mead Hospital boilers. But also we will give you a range of experiences. I'm going to be honest with you. At the moment in time, we will do a certain amount of field trips and get you out because it's really important. But I'm just kind of very cautious of going beyond our borders at this moment in time, because what it means in relation to your safety. However, the team is working really hard in making sure that you have got the opportunities to go and do trips and experiences that will enhance your stay here at UWE. But also we have to remember that there is still something going on and COVID is still there. We can see that still every day and decisions are being made by the government that we need to follow. We understand that this is going to be tricky. We are going to have to be able to flip because of your situations, because my staff situations, because of the government situations, and it's complex. Work with us, stay with us, be kind to each other, because if you think about it, I have got 2,600 of you in the department, and each of you have got a different opinion. Then I have got around 110 to 120 staff that also have got a very different opinion. And I have to navigate all this to make sure that we provide the best balance for all. This is some pictures that you will have in relation to us helping us to provide PPE equipment for the Southwest hospitals. And that was amazing because it was you, the students, with the technicians and my academic staff really saying we need to do something. And sometimes that is what is really important for me, is you wanting to do something back and then engaging with us and how we can support you. And we tried as a consequence to be engaged with you. We do a student experience rate really well. Unfortunately, you are going to have to work for your degrees, but we will try to give you the best possible experience. But you also, and because I have got 110 staff with such a range of very different characters, nationalities, ways of doing things, there will be some that will work for some of you and other ones will work better for some of you. You also kind of, we will be challenging, but we will also be nice. But some of you will have an affinity with some better than others because of your personal cultural backgrounds, personal situations, and that is also really important. Being able to have a range of people within your programs that are going to support you to make sure that what we do it the best we can. So I will continue to kind of try to achieve the best possible student experience in the country. I'm determined to do that. We do have it, and it's thanks for you because you engage in a constructive way in order to give us feedback so we get better as we do things. But as you've seen this morning, we got it wrong. Who would have expected a freaking power cut in the Bristol the day of induction? That was something I did not plan, I assure you. But for me, the most important thing, hopefully, will be when at the end of your journey, I can say, well done at graduation. Unfortunately, you will have to, I will read your names at graduation. As you can see, I'm Spanish by background, and my pronunciation has not changed in 21 years. It's like as bad, well, actually, it's a bit better than it was 25 years ago. So just take it with a pinch of salt. But if we take you there, that will be really important. But we also want to do some of the informal stuff, some of the events that you engage with practice, with industry, networks, your professional bodies, because that was what kind of brought the life of the department. I really do hope so, that this is something that we might have to do at specific points because of our situations, but it is something that we live in the past, but which hopefully has made you the most resilient set of students that we ever have had. That was Kate, one of our real estate students, and she sent me some photographs during lockdown of what it had meant for her. And also, she had to go through an operation and what it meant for her and how supportive we had been, but also the fact that no one had prepared you for that change. Some of you realized you might have done your BTECs or your A levels, and you were kind of realizing that that was not what you were expecting. And the same when you kind of had to come here at university. And as I said, you have got the introduction to zero carbon, you have got the, we will have kind of some external environment as well for you to kind of engage in activities. And we also have got a really engaged set of societies. So please engage with the Built Environment Society, the Architecture Society, and the Climate Action Society. They are very active, they do a lot of activities, the department supports them, and that will be something really, really good. And again, go to Babel, our Journal of Architecture and the Built Environment here at UWE. Also follow us in Twitter. I have got my students that they're going to another type of induction downstairs. So we've got mixed of things happening at the same time that you can hear that they're really happy to be here. But follow us in Twitter, follow us in kind of Instagram and Facebook. We try to be active, but also we try to engage with you so you are understanding what happens behind the scenes of the department. And that was me. I hope it has been short enough, sweet enough to give you my welcome. And now I will allow Andy to tell you what's happening next. Thank you so much. And thank you, Murat, in the background and everyone in the background.
Hi, everyone. My name's Andy Bourne. I'm Associate Head of Department for Student Experience. So everybody that's in this session has probably seen my email from last Friday, and then I've re-pinged it out this morning as well. This is a very short call, actually. As you join your programs later this week, you're going to meet your program leaders, and then next week you're going to get your introductions to your modules as we start. So those will be happening face-to-face, which is really exciting, and it's brilliant to see students back in R block and Q block now. So it'd be great to see people coming back in. But talk to your program leaders and your module leaders about becoming a student rep. And it's a really important part of the experience here, and it'll enable you to get the most out of what UWE has to offer. As new students, this session's coming to a close, but your next part is this afternoon between 3 and 4 o'clock. And what we've done is we've got 2 separate sessions, one for students that are on the foundation product design and architecture and the first year programs in product design and architecture. And they'll be meeting Drew and James, and they'll be going through those programs and the services that we've got to support you. And at the same time, Jim Mason will be running a separate session for the built environment courses, so including quantity surveying, construction project management, building surveying, building services engineering. And again, he'll go through the services that are important to your course. But that's the end of this session. And it's been great to actually know we're underway. We've started. And it's great to see the new academic year starting with people here. Everything's back in place in our block, and we're all ready for you. So thank you for switching on, listening, and we can't wait to see you back here. Thank you.